Hey, it's Delta Goodrem. Thanks for watching Music News. You can subscribe right here.
Delta Goodrem, it's great to see you. How are you doing today?
Very well, thank you.
Good.
It's really nice to be back in the UK.
Yeah, it's almost a home from home now.
It is. So it's like a kind of coming back with new music, and it feels just like a really fresh new chapter.
Yeah. I mean, in your native Australia, you hold the record for the highest selling album of the last decade with Innocent Eyes.
Yes.
Most #1 singles from a debut album.
Yep.
Can going shopping in the UK be a little bit easier than over there?
Yeah, I mean, probably not so much on the credit card easier because of your dollar, but definitely, it's been a wonderful kind of life in music in my home country, and obviously the UK really took me under their wing when I first started, and it's nice to be able to come back and just feel kind of like no time has passed, but a lot has changed, and it's nice to kind of come back here and celebrate the old songs with people, but also sing the new ones now.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you're back with Wings, the new single, already topped the charts in Australia.
Yes.
The nice #1 there.
Yes.
What's it all about?
I don't know, really. I don't know what it's all about. If I had that answer, I think like this song going to #1 was like it just really felt like a celebration of kind of another chapter in music, and the song's just a song you really want to sing along to. I had just been on tour and with Ricky Martin, and I'd been, kind of back at my instruments. It wasn't my tour, so it kind of felt like this sort of shoes off, a lot more just piano, guitar, drums. I had to fill the room, with 10,000 people with just kind of this smaller set, so it wasn't like big lights like my own shows and big production, everything. It was just the music. So I had to make sure the music was just the best I could possibly do at this moment. And it just kind of flipped me back into this new phase, because it wasn't a tour that would typically be something I'd be like, be a part of, because I do my own shows. But my friend asked me to come and do some shows with him, Ricky, and it's like, I love getting up on stage with him. Him and I have a wonderful chemistry. And so then it just honestly sparked something in my heart that took me back to classical music and classical piano. And put into pop, and I walked off stage, went into the studio and wrote this song, and then it's literally changed the course again.
Great. I mean, what can we expect from the fifth album then? More of the same? Or?
I feel like the song's definitely indicative of the whole record. Like there's definitely like a new sound that sounds in alignment with the song. Once I wrote that song, me and the DNA guys, these Australian guys, we just kind of kept writing the songs and kept writing them, and so now it feels like a great. I'm just back in love with music again. Like I always do it, but I think I found another place for it again.
Yeah. Is there a theme connecting the songs?
I feel like I've always tend to be a life writer. I am big on talking about philosophical things, and I tend to get a little bit esoteric at times, but I think it's pretty. I've tried really hard to just be really straightforward and keep it simple and find what's exactly in the heart and say it in a simple way, hopefully.
Yeah, is this a happy period of your life?
It is, yeah. It's just like, this is like turning 30, and then just sort of like the switch of just letting go of anything that's been of my 20s, of anything that's kind of happened before. Feels like it's the best season yet.
Excellent. And songwriting wise, how does that work for you then?
I mean, I always tend to start by being at the piano. I tend to get at my instrument and just play until I find a pattern, start saying what I'm feeling in that day, and then start kind of sculpting it, like chipping away at it like a sculpt, like a piece, and then you start colouring it like a painting, and you start listening to each sound, and I turn into a bit of a Mad Hatter in the studio, and you're listening and you're playing, and you need to fix each sound to make sure the colour matches and all the parts. So it's like making a cake. You've got to put all the ingredients together. I know that the Brits are big on the Great British Bake Off, which I got to see the other night, and I was super excited.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that, just putting all the pieces together and making it.
Are you a perfectionist?
Yeah, definitely.
What about cooking wise in the kitchen? Any good?
I'm terrible, absolutely terrible. I like to think I can bake a cake, but I cannot cook to save myself. I'm terrible, so I'm sorry.
No need to really.
I wish I was better. Trust me, wish I was a better cook.
But I mean, in 15 years in the music industry, still at Sony, you've obviously seen the industry change quite drastically.
Yeah.
Do you think it's better or worse than when you first started?
Well, it's just ever evolving, just different. You know, I think you can't ever stay the same. Nothing can stay the same. You have to keep changing and changing with it and evolve, or you get left behind.
Yeah.
So it's wonderful to see it evolve and change, and I've seen people come and go as well within, and you know, as in just different parts of the industry, and if your intention is right in the right place, and you just continue to be inspired and intention to just make great music, and oh, poor little light. No.
I knew I should have charged that battery.
Oh, did the battery go? Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, there. That still looks very good. Sorry about that.
That's all right. That's all right.
Yeah, so I know you're back on The Voice. You've just reappeared on the 30th anniversary edition of Neighbours. How was that sort of walk down memory lane?
You know what? It was so great to go back to the set and be a part of the family. You know, them turning 30 and celebrating all the characters coming back was great.
Yeah,
Super
yeah,
cool.
Absolutely. Is there anything else happening on the acting fronts?
Well, I'm doing Cats, so doing the musical. A lot of acting involved in that, acting, singing, dancing. So, but yeah, definitely going back to acting a bit more too at the moment. So it's nice to sort of, acting's in my blood and singing's in my soul. So that's what I kind of say.
Excellent. And after your sort of cancer battle, clearly you hold a big sort of cause for cancer and you know, solving the problem, as it were. What words of advice would you have to anyone that's sort of going to find themselves in that position?
Always have things to look forward to, even if it's going to the local coffee shop to have a hot chocolate, which is what I would get to do once every 2 weeks. I think that it's important to have a show you look forward to. I think it's just all about, like, on next week, even while I'm having this really, really hard couple of days right now, I know that one of my friends is coming over and we're watching a show together. Or, like, you know, in 2 weeks I get to go and go to my favorite, like, cafe, because I'll have the strength then to have a hot chocolate. You know, it's all about having things to look forward to.
Yeah, definitely good advice. Well, thanks a lot for your time. It's been a
No
pleasure.
worries at all.
If you had to pick 3 songs from your whole repertoire across
My songs, yeah.
your songs, what 3 that would you pick from yourself that you'd say would sum you up as an artist?
Ooh, that is a good question. I'll definitely put Wings in, the recent song, for sure, because that's like a total switch to the new chapter.
Yeah.
Prior to that, I mean, Born to Try, my first song, is always going to be what has given me this life in music, and was such a gift to channel and to write. Maybe Believe Again on the 3rd album.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, thanks a lot for your time. Anything else to say to Music News watchers?
I'm super excited to have new music, and I hope you enjoy it and sing along really loud. See y'all soon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Like, hey guys, the light went out.